Hi, my name is Dr. Thomas Goforth, or Tom. I am a family medicine doctor at Patients Medical right here in Manhattan, and I'm here today with my friend
Adam Hostetler from Eastern Mountain Sports.
So we're here to talk about backpacks, other types of packs, and how to fit them and how to best protect your back and your back health.
Let's start with the messenger style bag. This is a really popular bag here in the city. It seems like anyone from bikers to businessmen really like this for carrying their laptops, books, files. It just organizes it really well for them. It's a great bag. It's a great look. The problem is it's a single shoulder strap bag, and you want to tell us what that does?
The bag has its function, but you shouldn't overdo its function. When you load this down and you get more weight on it, you're distributing all the weight to one side. And so little by little what you're doing is you're changing the curvature of the spine, you're putting more weight here. And so there are a lot of sort of acute injuries or back pain problems that come along with distributing weight only on one side of the body.
So it's always better to have a double strap bag.
Right, double straps are good. If you're going to use this, make sure it's lightweight.
We get a lot of customers coming in the store looking for double strap bags, but they want it really light in weight. This is a really common bag right here. It's ultra lightweight. It's just a real lightweight Cordura material. And people love that, but it also has some limitations. This bag is really intended to carry probably no more than about 5-6 pounds. There's not a whole lot to it. There's no panel on the back, no padding on the back. It's got a specific use, and it's great for that use, but
Newspaper, gum.
Yeah, all the time I see it being
Pennies.
kind of overpacked.
Okay.
Yeah. So, very popular. Anything you want to add
Yeah.
about that?
No, again, kind of the same thing as we said last time. The key to remember is you don't have a lot here to offset what's going on your back. So just remember, keep it light.
Mm-hmm. So maybe a really proper backpack would be something like this one by Eastern Mountain Sports, the 4-wheel jive. What makes this pack so great is you're getting much more padding on the back here, which is comfortable up against the back. There's a little bit more frame sheet to it to where it's distributing weight better. You're getting really padded shoulder straps, a little bit wider shoulder straps that will sit comfortably on the shoulders. And as you can see, there's plenty of volume for all of the things you need for your daily use here.
All right. Excellent. So again, important features, this right here, wide padded strap, because when you get a thin strap like what we've seen before, if there's too much weight, you're going to really pull against, and you're really going to pull against your shoulder. So the wide supportive strap is important. And although this might be a cool look, this is a much healthier situation right here. So okay, 2 straps, you're distributing the weight properly, you've got the pad, and these, and there's another one maybe that we're going to look at that has even better, but they always have these little straps along the bottom, okay? And you see these and you wonder what they're for unless you're running around, but when you'll strap it around your waist, it really helps to redistribute the weight from your shoulders. So the most important thing when you're wearing something on your back, as far as keeping your back healthy, is trying to distribute the weight evenly among your entire body. So you want to take as much pressure as you can. So they'll even have straps here, and they'll have straps here, and this really helps to redistribute the weight and to take to take the work off of just one specific area of your body.
Absolutely. In fact, some packs will even have a little bit of a padded hip belt, like we just talked about, which is going to be a more comfortable way of carrying weight. That little kind of 1-inch strap that goes around your waist, it keeps the bag close to your body, but it's not necessarily the most comfortable way to carry the weight. So this one has a little bit of a padded hip belt, which rests really nice on top of the hips at about the iliac crest. Excellent. Yeah. And then something that we see a lot of times with the hip belt, people like wearing the hip belt down on kind of their belt line where they wear their pants. So people like it down here all the time. It's actually designed to sit a little bit higher than that. up on top of the iliac crest, which you can probably talk
Right,
a little
so
bit more.
it needs to sit up here. So when you generally think of the waistline, you think about where your waist of your pants comes, which these days is generally down here below the actual waist. So he was talking about the iliac crest. So this bone that sits up like that, it should really sit up there. When it sits down lower, it's really pulling you down like this. And again, when you pull down like this, you're going to curve the back inward, and that's not good. Not good for the back. Ask a pregnant woman what it does when she's like this. Not good for the back. All right.
Yep. And then lastly, we've got our kids packs. Kids specifically have to be really careful with how much weight they're carrying. We've got some packs here at Eastern Mountain Sports that are kids specific. What you'll find is typically it's a little bit shorter in length for a small torso. Their shoulder straps are set a little closer together so that they've got those kind of narrow shoulders, as well as the shoulder straps themselves are a little narrower, so it tends to fit better. Plus, the volume of the pack itself is only going to be 10 to maybe, this one's 18 cubic liters, which is 18 is about as large as you really want to go. If you go larger than that, there's a good chance that you'll end up having the kids carry 15 pounds or something like that. It's just too much for them to carry.
Okay, so talking a little bit about your kids, those of you who have school-age children, we see it all the time. You see these kids like walking across the street in the city and other places, and their packs look like they weigh more than they do. So some really important tips for your kids. Make sure the straps are supported again, so it's not cutting into those little thin straps, and sometimes you even see those packs that have, they're like the rope,
Yeah.
and those just really cut into the shoulder. That's not good. So good supportive straps. Again, going back to the waist, the American College of Orthopedic Surgeons has said no more than 4 inches below, and so if you start here, no more than 4 inches down, it should really be up here, because again, you don't want it holding down like that. No more than, the recommendation is no more than 10 to 15, but to be on the safe side, let's say 10% of the child's body weight. Okay, so if you have a 50-pound child, they shouldn't be carrying more than than a 5-pound pack. Okay, if they're carrying more than a 5-pound pack, then that's too much for them. That's going to cause them problems. So you want the child to have both straps. One strap, they're going to be like this. We see over and over again people bringing their children in saying they're chronically complaining of neck pain, of back pain, and one strap puts you in a situation like this. That's not good. When you have too much weight in there, it's not good. When it hangs too low, it's not good. So some tips for that. There are some kids who use the back clasp with rollers. A lot of schools don't really like those too much. The best bet is just not to get it too heavy. So if you can work, those of you who are in parent-teacher organizations, things like that, if you can work with your schools to say, hey, how about we can send home some handouts for children instead of them bringing home 5-10-pound books. Whatever you can do, really advocate, because this is so important for your kids. Get the right pack, wear it right, don't put too much in it. And I think one other thing I would say, if you can find a pack that has compartments, so compartments, if it has a place to put something here, someplace, a compartment here, here, the more you redistribute the weight around, the better it's going to be for the back in general, because you're not just centering all the weight in one spot. So compartments, straps, 2 straps, not too low, all these things are important in keeping your kids' backs healthy.